Prepare for battle.
All right, we get to see some Dendy TA here with the Corrosive Haze on top of the Vengeful Spirit Sport. This seems like a pretty big potential game for Dendy here, Graham.
Yeah, it feels like one of those games, you know, they do this well. Navi wins that early 0 to 15 minute mark, and then they run over this game with a TA, with a gyro. You can do that so quickly. But if you struggle in the laning phase, I think Navi, like God said, I think Navi's just going to have a problem in these late game, mid game team fights even. You know, if you can't get on top of that Lina, you're going to have a lot of problems. Obviously, they have Slardar as well as Venge, but we'll see if they can do that. I like NEWBEE's draft.
See some early seeing each other early on, at least. Doesn't look like a game. Oh, yeah, great counter ward there for NEWBEE. They give it to SCCC as well on top of that, so she's already off to a great start on that Lina. Yeah, I was going to talk about Crystal ISO too. We mentioned last game, you know, playing the Morphling, coming online late. It just didn't seem like that's been the Navi strategy this event. Playing a Gyrocopter, much different story, much more earlier paced game hero, so this seems like it makes more sense, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a different hero, right, from the Slark, but it's a far different hero from the Morph as well. Like, you can't just go and find solo kills by yourself, but you definitely have more early game pressure than Morphling does. You just pair yourself up, right? Like, Gyro plus Venge, you can pretty much kill anyone on the other team besides Juggernaut, which is nice.
Block and middle end coming out, but we have Dendy versus SCCC, TA versus Alina. So in this early laning phase, again, obviously there could be some roams about and everything, but would you sway either way in this matchup here?
Oh, it depends. SCC's life strike rates, I think like right there, just instantly hits one, he's going to harass him out. Dendy, guess what? Your refraction's already down. I think that's big. It's all about SCC's life strike rates early.
But you do see the damage that Dendy can also put out, and SCCC even tanking the creep wave, but clearly the game plan here.
There it is. Yeah.
That's the hell out of him.
I like this. I think the TA has a little bit easier time as you get like level 3 or 4, but I think Lina should do decently early if you take out all that regen.
Oh, Mogi top lane. He's already used a spin. Faith putting the stone out little in the meantime. Somebody's going down here. Who will get the first blood? He managed to live to the south, and they do kill the Juggernaut for general. Getting credit for that one. What a play by Lil to go line of sight. Hits the stun as well, and they take out Witch Doctor. A 2-for-0 start right off the bat in favor of Navi.
You don't see as much. I love the Orb of Venom. Little has done it in every single game he's played on Leshrac, and it secures that kill so easily on the Juggernaut. Love that. 3 split earths, 3 hits.
Yeah.
At level 1, that is damn impressive.
It is. That last one especially very well placed. Does have the good setup, of course, with the Slaughter. Similar to last game, but making great use of it right there. And again, the big stress for Navi, at least, was to get off to a great laning start, and at least in the top, it's looking pretty good. Middle also going very well. We saw the pressure on Dendy early on, but he's 9-4 against a 3-1 Lina right now.
Yep, he is. He's running out of regen now, which is when he gets scared, right? You land a Light Striker right here, as well as a Dragon Slave. Possibly you could get the kill, unless he goes Fiery Soul, but yeah, Dendy's doing a great job, and that's what you have to do on TA, right? You're the most snowbally hero in the game. You just have to win your laning phase, have to get some kills, early Roche into early towers.
A little bit to take some harassment, but again, level 1 Maledict, don't think that's going to be killing him by any means. Last tick, and he will be fine.
Now it's on cooldown for about a century, so too bad.
That nerf coming into play. Kaka rotating bottom, of course, still a minute and a half before our first nighttime. Currently level 2 as he just hit it. He's going to scout out Vengeful and actually gives away that there's a sentry there.
Yep, just hits him. He doesn't know where it's at exactly, obviously. He got hit by it, but is it uphill or is it downhill? Now it looks like it's obviously on the downhill. Because of that, he knows LeBron wasn't going for him. But man, General already level 3. This is what happened last game too, though. Remember, General had a very good laning phase. Treads Blink at 13 minutes in. That was a very impressive timing. And he could do that again, but we saw he just couldn't take over the game.
I think there were obvious reasons for that. One was because of the pace of NEWBEE at that point felt pretty good. But also, we really stressed this whole Athaka's face. Great job with the casting bounce initially. I don't think it's going to matter at the end. Yeah, the splitters will finish the job. Low credit for the kill there. But goes back to that Corrosive Haze is going to be huge for TA. It's one of the best heroes on the list of heroes you can think of that will benefit from that Corrosive Haze, right? So that, I think, is the biggest difference maker potentially.
Yeah, and I always like how Navi drafts around Roche, obviously. They always make sure they have a good Roche team every single time. Last game, they never could get it, obviously, but if they had a chance, win a team fight, they could take it this game as well. You'd always have a quick Roche team.
Classic question for a TA. Do you get the Deso first? Do you get the Blink first?
Deso if you want to do more team fighty, Blinks if you want to go for like the solo pickoffs. And I think in this game, I think you just go for the Deso, especially if you're farming as well as he is, 20-7.
I was talking with Kyle about that the other day, actually, and in his mind, he was suggesting that he always likes to see the Deso first. It just feels like it's always going to be a better item.
Because if you die after buying a Blink Dagger, like you die once or twice on a gank, you just fall behind. You don't feel like a hero. If you get the Deso, you die once, oh well, you can go to the jungle, farm up, go to a lane, farm up, but Blink Dagger, you die once, you just fall off.
So good logic to that there. We'll see what Dendy does indeed go for as far as that build is concerned. Bottom lane, Vengeful Spirit. He's obviously got Night Stalker in the area. He knows that Kaka is level 3 as we hit our first nighttime and roaming immediately to the middle lane. He sees the courier fly on by, but he wants to make a gank play on TA and slow down Dendy a bit. Refraction currently up. There's a void as Triple C lands. Look at the media. 2-man. Teleport. What's going to be canceled out? Dendy over the ground. Another refraction goes up. LeBron Magic Missile puts a stun out. Kaka and Pursuit flying over the trees. The LSA lands and they will indeed finish off Dendy. Might come at a cost to Night Stalker. It will, but the long run, I think NEWBEE's satisfied.
If they're happy, and LeBron's probably happy too, though he gets his level 3, because getting levels on Venge is pretty tough. He gets a solo kill. I mean, it's sad your carry died, but still, that's one of those rotations you should see coming, right? Night Stalker doesn't show in the bottom lane. You're a TA. You don't have meld yet. He's just going to run at you. And it should be, Dendy maybe could have played a little bit safer there.
Moogie, how's he doing? He's 25-8. Yeah, that splitter missing.
That was so good because he got the range creep as well. That was just nice play by Moogie. I love me some good CS.
Yeah, you're all about CS early on.
Some people want to see that big black hole or something. You get a last hit on a range creep that should be denied. That's a far bigger play.
You're satisfied for Crystalline. He's not satisfied. They dive on him pretty easily, it feels like. KP and Kaka coming together. LeBron Dota, now it's his turn to be dove on. KP with that Agent RI. You think it's a kill? I think I agree with you here, Grant. It's just a matter of who gets that last hit. Not much mana used for it. Kaka double kill. Top lane, General. He's running at the Witch Doctor with the Mount of Curdy on him. There's that ward down, though, from Moogie and healing up Faith, and Navi realizing they can't commit further.
This feels like a whole new day. NEWBEE just looks like a whole new team. They're just playing well. I mean, it's not even just because their drafts aren't even that different. They just look like they're playing better, and that happens, right? You have off days, you can, and then this day they just look like their old selves.
I think it's no secret. There's as it is in any traditional sport, esport, whatever. You have your fanatics, you have your people that are going to overreact. It's understandable, and that's why with these events, especially in the group stages, from day to day, it's understandable. Teams can be different. You didn't sleep well the night before. You ate a bad meal for breakfast, whatever it was. But agree with you 100%. NEWBEE definitely looks really good so far today. Triple C though, doing the bad spot, or is he? Faith comes in. Yes, they do indeed kill Triple C. Faith getting there just a half a second too late. The gas bounces. Meanwhile, back to the bottom lane though. Crystalline continues to be in trouble. They're just going to run at him. Kaka, yet another kill on the Night Stalker. This first nighttime clearly working out for him.
Yeah, this is kind of what we talked about yesterday. You see 3 heroes are middle, so guess what? That means the gyro is going to be alone, so someone dies on your team, but you make a good reaction somewhere else on the map. And this Omni Knight, they didn't talk about it much, but I didn't realize how much farm he was getting. He's third on the CS. He's been involved in, 4 kills now, getting all the assists, it seems, but he's getting pretty farmed. I'm interested to see what he goes. I think you always go like Phase Boot, Soul Ring, and then it depends from there. We've seen ULs, we've seen Radiance. I think in a game like this, is he their main damage dealer? No, so maybe something like a UL's isn't too bad, or a 4-staff. NEWBEE loves their 4-staffs.
Yeah, 4-staff's pretty good against this lineup as well, so wouldn't be surprised an eventual Lotus Orb may not be a bad option. We'll see. We'll see what decides to go for, though. SCCC could be a second death on him. Yeah, it's an easy second death. The rotation. Jarl's one of these heroes, again, Crystallize. He's able to move around earlier on. We see that there.
Yep. But the problem is, 4 heroes are middle, right? Moogie's almost taking this tier 1 top. Bottom lane, the Omni's free farming, so you get a kill on the middle hero, but Lena's already struggling. She's like, whatever, just sacrifice me to the wolves. The rest of you're doing good, and they are. So,
and Lena's a hero that can recover. Her skill set allows her to do that with the farming potential there, so it's not the end of the world that she's off to a horrible start. But Moogie, meanwhile, as you pointed out, is off to a great start, and any reason to believe that this is not going to be a Battle Fury game?
It should be a Battle Fury game. They know. It's decent for farming. You get the Yasha, you get maybe even a Shadow Blade if you really want to move around the map. I doubt he will, but you just want to farm up and take this to the late game. You have a Lena Jug versus a TA Gyro. You're completely okay with that. You just have to make it to the late game.
Yes, that's the important thing. KP.
That seems to be the thing versus Navi. Just make it to the late game and you're going to be fine. Last game, it was about a 40, 45-minute game. They made it. They won.
That's true. You look at the Virtus Pro matchup last night, that game 3 especially. That was it was looking bad for Navi early on. They just started to turn it, though, and before you know it, 30 minutes, they have a victory to finish the series. So
2 towers down. The top one did get denied by General, so denied some team goal, but it just opens up the map. So tier 1 top and bottom gone.
Moogie, he could be in some trouble. You see Leshrac is up here as well as the Benjamin. There we go. He just spun. He did not realize they were coming, but it actually happens to work out pretty well. He was doing that offensively to farm, and before you know it, he's running away with it, and actually he's fine.
That's smoking. We've been seeing some nice smoke ganks, but this one just completely fails because maybe General could have played a little more off the creep. So he's like, oh, I'm going to spin, take the creep wave, and harass him. If he stayed back a little bit, they might not have noticed, but nice play either way, even if it was unintentional.
TA, we don't see anything queued up yet, so then you're not giving us any information just yet. Of course, has the Blightstone towards the eventual Desolator. Like I said, it's a matter of what does he get first.
Yeah, I think it's just the Deso so you can take the Roche. You need Roche on this Navi team before like the 20-minute mark. You have to take it. It's gonna be drums. So they just want to they want to fight up early, let Moogie get farmed. You just fight with everyone else while Moogie possibly farms. When he gets on the slash up, then he can.
General, 1,200 gold towards that blank is going to harass Moogie right here. You got to respect the Omni slash potential. Of course, there's a creep wave nearby, so it wouldn't be too scary yet, but that's always going to be a little scary if you're laning it up against the Juggernaut. You also got to respect that Triple C Ronin, apparently. They're going to play into the face. The Dragon Slave pops the one at the last second. Needs a couple of auto attacks at least. That Triple C going for the yellow hits, and he will finish him off with an auto attack. Of course, a haster definitely helped right there.
Yeah, it does, and that's nice. I think the biggest thing with T is a lot like Nico in the fact that you want him to always be over leveled. That's the thing he does. TA can take those stacks ancients as well. He should always be a lot like an alchemist with gold, right? Like this is TA that with levels. She should always out level her opponents if she's not here in that game.
KP just freely running at Chrysalis. What can he do? Just rocket barrage and run himself. But Degenerate makes it difficult. KP went the other direction, but Chrysalis actually did as well. He thought he was juking. KP went the other way. They ended up running back into each other. Damn, as a result, that was awkward. But KP, he's dominating on this Omni Knight right now.
He's just straight up owning. I mean, they won top as well as bottom. I mean, you saw the kills happen on top lane for Navi. They're even up 1 kill, but it doesn't matter. You just are farming on everyone, and Dendy's the only one on Navi who's really getting good.
It is going to be the Deso, and
it had to be.
He has the 1 Mithril Hammer. Of course, the Blink is next. Oh, this is big over here. The darkness comes out, and now Dendy knows, but can't react in time. No refraction up just yet. Level 3. Splitter stun did not a Witch Doctor out where the cast bounces, but Dendy's too far away for them to commit. That Splitter, Lil, clutch play. However, not done just yet. Now, Navi wants to count it. They don't want to just give up these things. He takes a Splitter. You also see Dendy getting low in the back left. But the break about 3. It's Triple C goes down to swap on a Moogie. The TP's not going to work. Double kill for Crystallized. And Navi not only holds their Ancients, but they turn up 4. And Dendy will gladly finish off the rest. That's a huge swing for Navi.
Yeah, one more fight like that, you get a Roshan, you just start pushing all the towers, and that's a huge turnaround. They wanted to contest. I think you do. You contest the Ancients, but they went a little farther, and then they contest it. They get Dendy low. They tried to take it themselves. They have no heroes who can take those Ancients, and they tried. You saw them just spamming all their spells on it, and well, winning them very well. Yeah.
Clearly ends, but at the same time, they probably figure that Navi would be scared. That's credit to Navi, really, where they knew that, you know what, let's man up right. We're not going to give this up for free.
And now General has a Blink Dagger. He hasn't bought it yet, but he has enough gold for it. He's scanning. He's going to clear that quick wave, go buy it. And now you're gonna make space on the map. Dendy's going to have a Deso. You get 1 or 2 kills, you're going to easily get Roche. And that's all this lineup's about.
There's the Blink purchased. Kaka, once again hunting, as our second nighttime is here, but Navi, their movement is really on point right now, it feels like, as far as in this case playing defensive. The mid-tier 1, though, is going to be heavily pressured by NEWBEE in the meantime, and trying to push it as a team. So they're all 5 together. Similar strategy to last game. Clearly, when it comes to playing as a team, not as strong. You know, they don't have the Ravage, of course. Now, they do have a Guardian Angel. It's a different style of counterplay, though, right? Where it's not as threatening necessarily. It's just a matter of it slows down the pressure.
Yeah, exactly. And you see, I think you're fine. You just defend this as Navi. You don't actually engage, but you just defend, pull a creep wave off the tower, and you're fine. You got a full Desolator up on your TA now. Net worth 1,000 gold up, and that's KP. It's not even like it's the Juggernaut that's so close. You're 2,000 gold up on this Juggernaut. He just doesn't feel like anyone. They said heavy physical damage against Juggernaut's always good, and well, he has nothing.
That with the Desolator, with the Corrosive Haze, with the Wave of Terror, I think they have plenty of physical damage here on this Radiant side, and they may find KP. He ends up going into the right, so maybe not. He was in that area as the smoke play was coming out, so worried for his life. But Navi ultimately may transition into the tower kill. Unless they keep going, still looking. As you see on the mini map, though, although they're going to run actually to Gyrocopter, who's invis himself.
Oh, but they went the wrong way. They thought he was going to go top to defend, unfortunately. And that's the thing, no one's really showing on the map, right? Like, no one from Navi is actually showing on the map. So Dire, they're just like, oh, whatever. The smoke wears off now, and they just run away.
So TA, one of those cases, just got the Desolator, slows down a little bit because hasn't really done anything with it yet. Literally, just walking around in circles. Now, he's going to beat down the top tier 1 tower. I don't think NEWBEE's defending this. It's a Desolator TA. You probably just give it up, right?
Yeah, I think so. You see, the gold lead actually goes back to NEWBEE right there, even after that big team fight. The problem is you just, as you said, you smoke up as 4 and you don't get anything done. You're going to get a tier 1 tower now, which is nice. But you've already lost 2 of yours, and your middle's getting pushed as well.
Juggernaut. I gotta think that Battle Fury is still in the works, but it's gotta be coming pretty closely. And, okay, 1800 gold save. He did go a lot of build up here. The full one, the phase, Acula, but now that Battle Fury next in line, of course. Gonna group up with the team and group it up as if maybe a smoke may be coming out, but a lot of Roshan checking. You mentioned Navi especially. They can do Roshan very early here, so is that
you see how bottom, nobody's bottom lane. If anyone from Dire shows bottom, they're going to instantly go to Roshan Navi. So as long as Dire doesn't give up like where their heroes are, it's all about playing off the map. You do more, that's the biggest thing in pubs as well. You do more by doing nothing off the map than you do by, say, pushing in a wave.
Yeah.
You don't give away where you're at, they can't actually get any information, and they just get a tower.
KP, he likes these casual bucklers. We saw last game on Tidehunter, and this game especially, it is very good. So, good to see that. The ward goes down. That's a sentry. At least going to counter ward. It is daytime, though.
Radiant's middle
darkness. Ooh, tried to stop Lena. They catch Kaka initially. Not really. That's a blink from General. He whiffs. He'll take a cask stun, but he's a little too far away. Level 4 sprint is good in that the water there. Really fast. So that was a very slow pace, but as you're suggesting, I mean, sure, Danny was maybe farming a bit, but that feels like if Navi, or NEWBEE, excuse me, they don't mind that. That's going to be kind of to their advantage, really.
They're just, don't lose your key heroes, and you're going to be fine. Defend your towers. You see middle. It's pretty much just an Omni. He's just defending middle, pulling the creeps off the tower, and not letting him get any sort of just free gold or towers.
Dendi, the blink, there you go. So has that combo now. Again, the Battle Fury is the big key here for NEWBEE, really. On that Juggernaut, I believe I just saw Yules also finished on Lena. So some of these early rounds are coming out. Kaka top lane, off to Darkness, trying to run Lil, setting up a splitter. It's going to be silenced, however, but it doesn't matter. No splitter needed. The homing missile eventually connects. Crystallized credit for the kill there. So popping Darkness and dying right after. Not the best feeling for a Night Stalker. Smoke play, however.
Oh, and everyone's rotating. Everyone is keeping these shrines.
Does Triple C really go all out? What is he? Well, you know, this could be dangerous. KP's running in. No James Center. Splitter connects. And now Navi has to kind of reset if anything. As Triple C realizing it's a lost cause, tries to TP out. That's not going to work, though. Getting stunned as he attempts. And as Triple C will end up falling, it's like picked up a KP. Dendi in there with a plenty of damage. Double kill for him. He got the Witch Doctor before that. And that's exactly what Navi needed. You mentioned the reinforcements coming. They're going to go right to Roche.
Yeah, that's it. You get 1 kill, you're going to Roche. You get 3 kills, you're definitely going to Roche. I love that. I love that Navi all TP to the shrine. That was the right play. It's so weird. NEWBEE had a ward breaker. I know it was nighttime, but they saw at least 2 or 3 of that TPs. And then, I know that didn't miss the light strike array after the Yules as well. So I don't think it would have mattered, but you got to hit those. We saw the Knicks last game. They did win, but you got to hit those stuns out of Yules. You really do.
You can only, I think the way to look at that is that you can't be doing that often.
Yeah.
So, as you mentioned last game, sure, it was a winning effort, but that was also when they were already ahead by quite a bit. This game, that was a tide turning fight right there.
Yeah.
You know, if NEWBEE ends up getting a couple of picks and NEWBEE's looking good, Navi, though, decimates that fight. They get Roshan. This snowball's really kicking in high gear. It's going downhill fast. Denny specifically on that Templar Assassin, as we knew could potentially happen in the case for Navi.
Yep, and no Guardian Angel. They know that as well. Yep. It's just like, it's not quite the same as Ravage, but they know they can just straight up push a tower, and they can't defend without Guardian Angel.
She's going the Dragonlance next on TA, by the way. An eventual Hurricane Pie could be good, of course.
Really good versus Lina, obviously, who outran. They talked about it, right? Lina outranges Gyro and TA. You do that, helps you out a little bit.
Battle Fury finished on Juggernaut, so now the timing starts for NEWBEE and trying to enhance his farm. But even with the Battle Fury just finished, what is that? 3,000 plus net worth behind the Templar Assassin.
She has to be out there, and she is. Dendy having a great game. You don't want to have a bad death. And Dendy is farming alone. We can see that no one's down there, but you got to be careful.
Three are dead just like that, and Navi, they don't even need Dendy apparently. Geno is just leading the way.
That was sick. A triple stun. Oh my goodness. Whoa, what a play. The problem is they place a ward there. It's going to get countered. You see the dog. They didn't even have a ward there. They just knew it was, they knew ancients were being done. He blindly goes to the 3-man stuns, and then they place a ward under a sentry, but hey, no one knows yet. And that's a tier 1 tower for Dendy, tier 2. He just took 2 full towers by himself.
Going back to what you're saying, as that really broke out, was Dendy was pushing bottom lane. So of course, if you're NEWBEE, you figure, oh, well, we're fine here. We're farming ancients. Why should we be worried? That was just great play by Navi as a team. They used that bait perfectly, and Dendy just continued to farm. And it's there are some of these heroes that they'll get ahead, and you just really fear for the other team. And this is definitely one of those games. So NEWBEE. We knew the game plan going in. It's clearly failed to an extent now.
Oh my goodness. They're hitting with all there we go. Wow.
Good vision eventually, and Denny was like, I got this, guys, don't worry.
They both hit their stuns blindly before placing the sentry. That was nice, man. Navi, this game, this is a complete turnaround now. They are playing their draft exactly how they're supposed to, and Dendy, he's suffocating them. He's taking their jungle as well. Where are they going to farm at? They're in base at 20 minutes in.
I need Coach Grant right now. NEWBEE needs Coach Grant right now. You're the coach of NEWBEE here. You're falling behind quite drastically. What's the game plan?
You've got to just look for a pick off. If Dendy tries to push by himself, you just have to try to pick him off. It turns into a 4v5. It opens up the map. You just got to look for little pickoffs, and that opens up the map to farm. I don't think you can really take a big team fight versus Navi right now. Like, it's not like, oh, just get a giant wombo come a 5 light strike away. I think you just have to get small pickoffs and slowly farm back in. But if Navi's going to play as 5, I'm not really sure there's much NEWBEE can do.
Yeah. Well, Dendy, keep checking the progress on him. Okay, you see the overall net worth, but of course, massive on Dendy. However, Gyrocopter has overtaken as the second top farm in the game, above the Juggernaut even. He's at 9,000 net worth, which, again, in a normal game, 21.5 minutes in, feels like it'd be pretty good. It's just TA is really making everything look tiny.
Yep,
in the other sense.
The Gyro, we just haven't really talked on him. He had that nice call down and rotations, but he's the second most farmed in this game, and he's been rotating with his team, which is really impressive. He hasn't just been farming or split pushing waves at all, but he's kept up in farm.
Mookie, all he has is the Battle Fury really still, and he's
can't fight with that.
Hunting for a kill. Yeah, he's spending a lot of time right now just chasing this Celestial. I'm almost kind of lost it to why.
He hasn't even used Omni Slash once yet. 22 minutes in, no Omni Slash. That is not the best feeling. On the Gyro already.
Oh no, and they catch him now after all of that. Moogie's the one that gets caught with generally once again leading the way. Kaka. He's running, probably going to fly over the ledge, yeah.
LeBron did have level 2 swap. He was trying to go for it over the hill, but won't find it. You see Dendy carefully. He's like, this is the one way we lose. We just give up these easy pickups. Don't be crazy. But now, double damage Dendy.
Oh, boy.
Let's go.
Oh, boy. Juggernaut staying dead. They pick up here. Maybe GA. Actually, it's the repel. They will save and they kill Vengeful, actually.
That's such a good play there. Helmet Dominator creep purged off TA's double damage.
Oh,
he had a little Seder creep. It just died, but he perked off the double damage. It was a super nice play.
Keeps him alive in the end, actually. That's pretty clutch. And they will delay this push enough to keep Juggernaut, you know, or allow Juggernaut to resurrect even. And you see the Manta-style finish there on Gyrocopter meanwhile. So it seemed like that's going to be a sure kill on Omni, but like you're pointing out, just actually good defense there.
Yeah, really good. The cask, obviously, you know, Witch Doctor got nerfed hard in the early game.
General did not expect this, but forced out initially, though. It's a void. There's that Omni slash coming out, and finally, positive for NEWBEE.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Get these solo pickups. It opens up the map. You see, we're going to see someone farming middle, we're going to see someone farming top, and someone farming the jungle. Just little by little, NEWBEE has to do it. Not in big chunks.
You made a great point, though, about Dendi massively farmed is worth a lot, though. If NEWBEE manages to find that kill on him.
Like with the Lina, if the Lina gets that, oh yeah, the game just turns around instantly.
Could swing things quite a bit. So it's, of course, it's great that Navi's up and everything, but you definitely are not satisfied that this game is completely in your control. Speaking of Lina, by the way, she ends up going to Shadow Blade. We talked about the matchup last game, in fact, with Slaughter on the other side, but still goes it here.
It's just good. You're looking for more solo pickups this game, right? That's how you get back in. If you find Dendi by yourself as a Lina, if for fractions at like the tail end, you can definitely still solo kill her.
She does have BKB.
Okay, now it's a little bit tougher.
Yeah, it just got tougher.
Yeah, now it's tougher. You still solo kill almost anyone else, though, so.
Juggernaut spinning out.
I love the casual plate now. I'm always a fan of casual armor. Like you said, the casual buckler as well. You're eventually possibly going to get a Shiva's, but just having that extra 10 armor.
It is pretty good this game, especially. Goes without saying. Kaka, he's just trying to enhance his farm any way he can. He's being supported essentially by the Witch Doctor. It's a struggle life right now for NEWBEE, but again, definitely the potential's there. Navi, we saw this earlier. General, this time, going to be more ready as Crystallize is farming a stacked Ancient nearby. Navi ready to go in. They're kind of baiting out with an illusion in the middle lane. It doesn't seem like NEWBEE's falling for it, though. Too smart to realize that there's no way Vengeful is just solo pushing in the middle lane, so they're not going to go after that.
Now we finally do get an Urn on one of these two teams, but it's on the Omni Knight. Like, not a hero, like, why not get on the Night Stalker instead? Just feels a little strange. And you get in the one game you're losing. Urn's so much better. I mean, obviously every item's better when you're winning, but Urn, you get a team fight, you just heal everyone up to full, you do a little extra damage. In a losing game, you're just sitting in your base. Urn does nothing. Night Slayer does have one too. Oh, okay. So they have two. Okay. All right. Instead of having one last game, let's get two this game. Sure.
Yeah. That's a little questionable. Dendi pushing the middle lane though. Again, we mentioned that BKB now finished, so it feels pretty good. It's an easy push. Crystallize going to be rolling up here. Spin from Moogie immediately. Who's going to run though? Kaka, it's like that's a little confusing because it's almost like Night Stalker thought Juggernaut was going to help initially.
Yeah, but then spinning away. I think they knew, like, right, they'd already backed up from taking the tier 3. You didn't know whether they were backing out through the lane or coming that way. I think it was a smart play by Moogie, but I think for something
fast Roshan spawn.
And they'll see it. That's the thing. Not Dendi, just Navi in general loves these Rosh teams, and they see it. -4 meld armor.
You go for it right away. I mean, why not?
Yep, I think you push out the lanes first. Bottom lane. No, they're not even going to push out bottom lane. Okay.
You just kill it so quickly. Yeah, he's going to clear out mid a little bit, but
double damage too.
Plenty of vision. Double damage room, because why not? Let's just do it even quicker.
The Banjora. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is going to be like a 5-second roll. That's insane. Okay, so there's another Aegis. Cheese picked up as well. 27 minutes in. Navi, you go cutthroat here. You just really take advantage of this lead and push into the base, right?
Yeah, I believe so. They don't have the team fight. Like last game, a Blink Ravage could actually turn the fight. A Guardian Angel, it's good, but you have to use it defensively, and it doesn't provide you really anything offensively. While Tide, even if you use Ravage defensively, you're still stunning some heroes, possibly doing
it's
something.
Setting up the turn.
Yeah.
Where Guardian Angel usually feels like it's going to be more about keeping that person alive and to run, if anything. So
even Lil with the Aeon disc. When Lil took the Aegis
as well, yeah.
He's just frontlining.
Does TA have the cheese?
I think Gyro picked it up the first time, so unless they gave it away, but I like this way. You just frontline with this. You don't want to give Dendi away.
Yeah, looking at this pop, but now Dendy dies. That's we're going to be kind of scratching our heads a little bit, but it's kind of a rare thing.
Good luck, yeah. Good luck killing. You have the swap. You always have LeBron, and as we've seen, his ice path are a little off, but every other time his Gravesy and last game were on point. They just didn't do enough.
No, that was, we'll call it a one shot. Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
Like 60-65% live in one attack. So Lena's trying to go for a one shot herself. There's the Aegis. This goes down. Lena's like, here's my opening. They get the Aegis popped, and now that upfront burst is gone. Crystallize. He's silenced up. TA, of course, blinking out of the LSA. Well played there. Kind of rinse and repeat. Dendy, not the most man to work. Does have the cheese, though.
Yeah, but still, I don't think you have to keep pushing. This is one of those times I'm like, I always love watching people like not play defensively, but I'm a little nervous here because you don't have that mana. You have the cheese, but it means you want to use it when you're low on HP and mana. You don't just want to use it now. And getting low and you don't have the Aegis, a little scary.
It feels like Navi could back off here, play really safe, and I wouldn't be surprised, but it doesn't feel like Navi style, damn it. They want to keep it going, and they are hanging out nearby. So NEWBEE, can they somehow capitalize? Can they somehow find that pick on the Dendy God? If they're up, it is, but Navi will eventually start falling back.
That's smart. Maybe, middle's pushing in, bottom's a little bit pushed, but the spam from Lena is just too much. You can't get into the base without overcommitting. Smart backup.
Killing out of the shrine here, they say. Meanwhile, farming the jungle a little bit. So I don't know if we're going to go too far back. Again, Dendy, I believe, I saw the Orchid. I don't know if he actually got it yet, but at least that was being purchased.
There's just smoke back in after killing him.
Reaction, it just doesn't matter. He's dead for 50 seconds. No buyback. And that was impressive, but again, the physical damage is just way too much.
If it is. LeBron's positioning in this fight's the biggest.
They're looking to finish it right here. It's a couple of targets, but KP himself, he's dropping GD's even call. That's it. Navi just rolls over NEWBEE here in game number 2.
Loving it.
Navi, a.k.a. Dendy, let's be honest. That was the Dendy show here. We see that often with this team, of course.
I like it. I think also just not letting NEWBEE farm ever. You had a little on the left track as well as that Slardar. I wouldn't say they dominate the lane,